so you guys can take a look, all right, how this is set up. So let's go on to our lighting, and we have a HDR probe, right? That's the file right there. We've got Sasquatch here, and on the image filter side of the things we have ACES here, anti-aliasing, and a denoiser is turned off for this skin setup because the denoiser is removing a lot of the detail on the skin shader, okay? And so on our lights we just have one area light and another SK sunlight, all right? And so let's take a look at the surfacing. So if we go on to the jacket, right, we just turn this procedural off. So that's what that does, okay? Yeah, so got our little Lightwave logo on here, and let's just speed up the VPR. That should do it. Should give us a little boost in power. And so just remember guys, this is just a 6-core laptop, okay? And we can see how quickly VPR is updating and giving us a nice clean image. And so it always comes down to optimizing your scenes and your surfacing for the fastest feedback that you can, and always try and optimize your setups for the camera shot, okay? Because that is the secret to the Lightwave native renderer. You have to set up your render algorithm as best you can so we can push out. It's basically Lightwave basically been set up for the camera, okay? So what I'm saying is that you're not gonna throw in like a whole bunch of stuff, especially if you're only using one laptop or one computer at home, okay, and you don't have access to a render cloud, or maybe you just have access to maybe 3 or 4 machines. So whatever it is, even if you do have access to a render cloud, it's always best to optimize your scene for the camera shot, okay, so you get the fastest feedback and render time possible. So now I'm just going to click onto the skin surface, and then we're going to take a look at how I am faking the scattering on the skin surface, okay? So I've got a 50% bump here, and if we go inside the bump layer, we can see that I have the JPEG, which is provided with the model, and that is what's running through the bump layer, okay? So also you will notice that if I switch this off, there is a inside the reflection channel there is another UV map of the skin texture, right? So what should happen when I turn the bump layer off, right? So that's what you end up with, shiny marble. Okay, so yeah, just gonna put that off. And then one more thing I wanted to show you is so basically I use a procedural, I think it's a windy wave, to create the blemishes on his face, to create that scarring or whatever it is. So it looked like his skin has been burned slightly or whatever it is. So yep, and that is about it. Okay, let's come back to here. Yep. Put that back. So another feature that I'd like to see in Lightwave is if whenever you are changing the color of a surface, right? Let's just say you're scrolling around here in the box. It would be nice to have the surface that you selected to change the color in real time as you're moving the mouse inside here. That would be really cool. That would be a really great feature to have in a future upcoming improvement, future feature for Lightwave, for the native color picker. Alright, so that would be really cool. So yeah, just wanted to share this with you guys, the scene setup, and yep. And that's it. And as you can see, the scarring does procedural layer just does make for quite a convincing type of scarring effect. So it's the windy wave. If you're gonna test it out on your stuff, you can do so. Alright, catch you guys on the next video. And as you can see in the same scene, I've just loaded up a different HDR, which is this one right here, the Montreal, Canada home. Okay, right, and it's just loaded up in the Lightwave image. So switch that on, switch that off. So even with the backplate switched off, what I want you to notice is how we can achieve real-time subsurface scattering also with Lightwave. And if you look at the ears right there, and you look at the left ear and the right ear, you can see that exactly where the light hits the edge, okay, where the light is actually falling on that edge, okay. As you can see, where the light shadow is, and the light hits the edge of his face, hits the ear edges, and then you can see the cast or fall of shadow, and the light also on his clothing there. You can see that when we go from different camera angles, you can see that there is some sort of transmission, very subtle form of transmission happening, light transmission happening, and it's happening real time. Okay, there's no waiting, it's like instant. Okay, it may not be absolutely realistic, but it is a low level form of subsurface scattering. Also, this is different backplate, so the lighting would be a lot different compared to the previous render. But this is just to show you a very low level form of subsurface scattering. Okay, and it's near real time. So we're running this through the luminosity channel. Okay, so we use the lumen channel, luminosity channel, and we are achieving that type of almost real-time subsurface scattering. So now if I switch the background to a color, you can see it more clearly with now the backplate lighting mixed in. You can see it nicely in catchment areas over here.